It is Tuesday and time for a recap. Right, guys, let's go ahead and break down the price action today and let's see what's going on. So let's look at this 3-minute chart here. I'm going to go back a little bit and point this out. This is one thing that we're always watching is this last 24 hours. So this is the Monday morning that we talked about in the recap. And we came down into the EP and we just kind of trade sideways. But one key thing that did happen is this was the low. So you had this low. Originally, it was lower low, and then you can see we ran up and came down and created this lower low right here. And the reason why I circled it is because I'm looking at this price action here in the morning, and I do want to go back and just kind of look to see what happened. So for quick, easy, hey, what's going on? You can draw a line right here. That's just essentially the major areas right here, and I knew this was your bottom area right here. And these two blue lines I just put on here is a pretty good area of breakout area. So, and then here is kind of the bottom nose here. That's why I circled it. So if I was going to build this out and just look at that last price action, this right here actually gives you a pretty good idea of where you could get in here down to the bottom of this line, pull down here on the stop, which would be right back here, and then let this run up. I'm going to get this target area up. You could have built a bigger trade by doing that. Now, that's using this area. For me, you want to see a break above this area. Well, that's where I made it pretty easy by doing it just visually, right? I can mark them out. And then I'm just not looking for all these areas kind of bounce. And but the Kabroda trading battle box, the AI GPT that we use, you can see that it built the levels here, which is the green level for the breakout and the purple level for the breakdown. And really what we were doing is waiting for this to start to show change and break out. Well, I wouldn't have blamed anybody if they got in anywhere on these run-ups. This area right here in the morning was what you're waiting for. This is your 30-minute candle range, and this one big body kind of ran all the way up here, and then we closed back in and got back into the range really fast. But right here, actually, when this started to break out, that's what I'd be looking for. I would not be surprised if we wanted to get into the market right through here on the breakout. That would have been not a bad area to get in with. More likely just because when it broke out. Now, one thing that for me, I would say you probably could have traded this area, right? The reason why I would trade this area is this was the main zone that we kept on bouncing into. And if this reversed back in, we could have easily just bounced right back to this area. It can even came down a little bit and take liquidity. I did like how this candle came down and took liquidity, and that's why I was looking at getting into the market, which I did right here. For me, though, I did run my stop out, meaning because I was looking at this being my bottom. So that's not what I was making that decision. Obviously, you can see it ran back down. It did kind of come back down and take a little bit of money that was sitting down in here for the morning. And then we started getting this run up. And then we started to break out. Well, this breakout was nice and strong. I liked it. Mainly because we got the cross here. Now, if you were watching the 5-minute, like we always talk about getting into trades, here is your breakout area. It did the same thing right here. So I said I wouldn't blame you if you got in right here, right? The 15-minute everything's still healthy. The other thing, this was breaking above the breakout area. You had the cross, so the buy signal kicked in, and you would have easily got in there. And I wouldn't even blame somebody that did this. Kind of tire stop and took advantage of it. As you can see, though, this is what I'm always pointing out, right? Is it broke? If it breaks the 21, the 5-minute, you want to get out. And here we are again, breaks it right here. And this would have been a great exit area. You can see that when it came on down, it would stop you out right here if you ran a top side, a tight stop. So obviously, if you ran into stop out like myself, I would run it a little bit further, and I can make decisions in this. This is where I should have exited, but I didn't actually exit just because of breach price action. I was seeing the set of higher chance of coming up. Not the best idea, but as it got back above this area right here and started to get back out, you had a stronger signal up here for you to get in. You could have ran it tight again if you wanted. It would have run out choice. And as you can see, we started to run on up, and then we lost it right here. And now we're breaking all back down. This could be just finding more support and bounce again up. See, we are in the evening hours right through here on the Tuesday recap. So this one, that really doesn't matter. But that is the price action that was basically the trade that we're looking for. It did set itself up here in the afternoon and off to the races it went. And I put myself, I actually was asking for it to go all the way up here. But once I was looking at it, I get to the longer time frame, which I was watching, getting to the 4 hour. And what I didn't like in the 4 hour, it was coming up and hitting right in this area. So I wanted to go all the way up into this you see all of the line, but I see that this 21 was going to be down in 4 hours. And that's what I didn't like. So I went ahead and in 5 minutes, I went ahead and started taking, actually took it off at 112,004, like 49 is where I took it off at. So 249. So right in here is where I got it. I went and got it. So you can say, hey, you called the top thing because I can see that it was having a hard time getting up here. And yeah, I went and just took it off. That was my call. Now, definitely when it got right back in here, guess where I would have been? Definitely put off there. And that would have been trade for the day. Trade out. So, guys, that's on the live. If you're watching live, there was some comments and stuff that was made. They're saying, be careful, you're in a short because the bull was showing that they wanted it to big charge for the day. As you can see, price action throughout the day kind of stayed just in the box, breakout areas, and then when it broke, it took off. A very strong move. Really, we got in right around that 110,000 level. 100, you got out at 112,200. So basically, a $2,000 move in one day. That's the reason why we like to trade altcoins, Bitcoin, crypto market, because you get this volatility in the market. It gives you the ability to take action on the trades, and it's nice and healthy move. That's what. But that's about it, guys, for being licensed price action. Again, always using that 15-minute, 5 minutes, and take advantage of it. Using the Battle Box GPT to find key levels in the market, and then help you be able to make decisions when the opportunity rises. High probability, take yourself off and go take the box. So that's about it, guys. Like and subscribe to the video. Always put your comments in if you have questions. I always like to hear from fellow traders, or if not, if you're just getting into it, we're always here to help you out. The more you can learn, the quicker you can learn, the faster you can profit for yourself. So, and be safe. Anyways, guys, we will see you in the next recap. Thank you very much. We will talk to you later.